Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today I'd like to talk about something that I guess recently affected me. So, I went to the mall, and I went to the mall with my brother and his friend, and I came across some old classmates of mine back in high school, and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" I was like, "How's it been?" They're like, "Oh, we're doing good." They've been living together, and they were together since high school, since the end of high school, and they asked me what I was doing, and I said, they're like, are you going to college? I'm like, nope. They asked me if I'm doing a DEP. I'm like, no. I was like, no, I'm just working right now. And they're like, oh. They hit me with the oh. And I know that they're going to college and all that, but I guess I want to say that what I really want to talk about today is that your path doesn't define who you are, and it doesn't matter what people think of you on the outside looking in. Like, bro, I'm not gonna I wasn't gonna tell them, yo, I got a YouTube channel, I'm making music. No, I wasn't gonna do that because they're busy on their own thing. But I guess that really affected me. Plus, with everything that's going on right now, I just know that I need to keep doing what I'm doing. I know right now, it may seem like I'm being stupid. However, they don't know my thought process. They don't know my hustle. They don't know my grind, and they don't know my plan. I'm not going to do a plan that someone told me to do, because then that just feels like I wasted my life on doing something I don't love. I'd much rather be doing something that no one else is doing and be more authentic than to do something for someone else. And I feel like a lot of people need to hear this, because, Brody, it doesn't matter what you do. It literally does not matter. Like, it doesn't define you. Like my job in the daytime, that does not define me. What defines me is what I do when I come home from work. What I do when the lights are off and everyone else is asleep. What I do when everyone else is watching Netflix. What I do when everyone else is like, you know what? I just got done work. I just got done school. Let me just fucking scroll for a bit. Let me just fucking goon for a bit. Let me just fucking, do whatever they want. Let me just go to the club. Let me go do this. Buddy, I said no to all of that stuff because I wanted to pursue what I want to do. It doesn't matter, bro. It literally does not matter. And I can't stress this enough, that it doesn't matter, bro. And I know that affected me just a little bit. It kind of hit me, but then I realized they don't know my struggle. They don't know what I'm doing. And I guess I just have to remind myself that it's okay. And I respect that. I'm on that grind, bro. I'm on that grind. I'm locked in. I'm tapped in. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter what's happening externally. Like, it could be, I could be going through like the hardest shit, and I'm still gonna find the motivation and the drive to open up my fucking voice memos, plug in my mic, and lock in on some freaking YouTube, open up my laptop, edit that vid, post that vid. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm locked in. And I feel like a lot of people view that as, okay, well, I guess they view that as like something that like I won't succeed in, which I understand. And I guess you could argue that there are a lot of people on YouTube. However, most of the people on YouTube are using AI, using, someone else's clip. They're having someone else edit that stuff. They're not posting weekly. They posted one video and then gave up because they got no views. Brody, I don't care about the views. I don't care about the plays. I don't care about any of that. all I care about is that if one person can take away anything from any of my vids, that's all that matters, and that's what keeps me going. And I guess like I'm an older brother, and when I was younger, I didn't have anyone to, properly like tell me, "Hey yo, you should do this," or "Hey yo, like I didn't have any of that. I had me and my younger brother. I had me, bro, and my family, and I know my family, they've told me to get a job, and I got a job. I got a car, I had an apartment. I'm still working on getting that back, but I'm living with my parents right now, and you know, for the time being, I'm working on their time, but when they're out, that's my time, you know? You know what I'm saying? That like that's my time to lock in. And I guess what I'm really trying to say is, if you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have something that no one else has, do it. No matter what, just keep on chipping away at it. Even if it takes a year, 10 years, keep chipping away at it, and it will get better. It does get better. I guess that's what I'm trying to really say, is that like if you have something, if you're doing something for you, like it just makes life better. I feel like that's what life is about, is chipping away at the things that people said were impossible, chipping away at the things that people are like, oh, like I could do this, but I chose not to. And there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people who judge you. There's always going to be someone, making some snarky little comment. There's always going to be something in life that your mind will use against you. But if you know deep down what is right and what you want, do it, bro. Do it. Whether it's a podcast, whether it's like writing a book, whether it's releasing that album, whether it's making a movie, whether it's starting that YouTube channel, bro, go for it. Go all in, bro. Go all in. And I just wish I had someone tell me that, instead of me telling myself that what I'm doing is okay and what I'm doing is the right thing. Because the way that jobs are, I feel like, yes, you can, buy a house off of that when you're 50. When Gen Z is 50, that's when, apparently that's when we'll be able to buy a house. And my mentality is, if it's damn near a gamble to even buy a house, and there's a chance that I can make money off of YouTube or whatever I make, I'm gonna go all in on that. Because if it's not that it's easier, but like, bro, like I'm not doing it for the money, but if the money comes in, bro, like y'all will know that I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna stay the same. Like that's just all I want to talk about, is just keep chipping away. It's like Dark Souls, bro. Like, and like Elden Ring and all that shit. Like, you will die a lot, but are you gonna give up? Nah, bro. You're gonna keep chipping away at that boss, bro. You're gonna keep chipping away at that boss. Yes, you may cheese them, but most of the time you can't even cheese these bosses, bro. Like, you gotta freaking lock in and just like freaking just go at it, bro. Every single time, just get up again and try again. Keep trying. And I feel like Dark Souls really taught me that, like, bro, you gotta fucking lock in, bro. You gotta lock in and just keep chipping away at things. And I feel like that's what life is about. It's not about being comfortable. It's about being comfortable, being uncomfortable. But I just want to say that I got my Xbox, I got my laptop, I have my mic, I got my phone. Like, there are ways to still make things. Like, I'm in a small ass room right now, and I'm just like locked in. And I'm gonna stay locked in because, I really want this. And, you don't need Adobe. You don't need all these things, bro. I'm using CapCut on my laptop. I have a I don't have OBS. OBS, like I don't have a capture card for my Xbox. I have a 2 terabyte external hard drive that I plug into my Xbox. And you know how Xbox you can share clips? Well, if you have an external hard drive that is at least like a terabyte, you can record up to an hour's worth of footage, and it gets saved onto there. I just unplug it, plug it into my laptop, and then boom, I'm ready to roll, you know, like. And then I edit all this stuff in CapCut. Like I cut out the cut scenes, I cut out the loading screens, I cut all that stuff out, and I do it seamlessly. Like there's certain ways where you can like cut things where it transitions smoothly, you know, like in zombies, when you die it fades out at the end, so I just cut at the fade and then it fades back in when you start up, so I just boom, it's seamless. You can't even tell I cut it because it's just seamless. It just boom transitions. And it's like, bro, like a lot of people are like, man, to make commentary videos I must be like super good at like the game, or I must, you know, pass the controller over to someone who's really goated. Dog, I suck at zombies, but the more that I've come to, you know, make a recording or make a clip for my YouTube, I've gotten a lot better. I've learned a lot more, you know, like I back in the day, bro, I used to rely on just getting the fucking ray gun, cuz then that would get me farther. Like there's a story, I got a story where I first got zombies, I got the ray gun, bro, and I was like, holy shit. I had to go to school, so I was like, oh man, I'm gonna just pause the game, leave my Xbox on for 8 hours, come back, and then boom, I'll you know I'll still have it. I didn't realize that my Xbox auto shuts off. So when I came home, I was like, who shut my Xbox off? I got a little bit angry over a freaking gun, but little did I know I just had to get good at the game. And and it doesn't matter if you're going through hard times, bro. Like you just gotta still stay consistent, still show up. And if I can't post every day, I'll at least try to post once a week. And I'll bring you guys back some knowledge or whatever, bro. But right now it's tough, but I'm still showing up. You know, I haven't been working out because I just have a lot of stuff going on, and yeah. So another thing I like to talk about is the importance of like it everyone tries to plan so much, bro, and it's like, bro, you can't plan how to swim if you've never jumped into the water, you know? You can't learn how to properly go up and talk to somebody if you haven't, you know, gone up and talked to somebody. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that." Nah, bro, just go up and talk to somebody. No one is everyone is so afraid of failing and failure to the point where they just don't even try. And it's like, dog, like I've learned so much from failure, and I'd much rather fail. I'd much rather do something and fail than not even try. Like I'd much rather do something knowing that I'm going to fail. And even then, that's like Kanye said, even then that is inspiration for someone else. That is so inspirational. And it's like, bro, like I don't even know what the heck I'm doing right now, but I'm still yapping. I'm still, you know, putting in my all, and I'm still gonna put out this video. Like I freestyle most of my videos, and in the beginning I used to suck at like commentary. I used to suck at talking. I'd say like and a lot. But the more that I do this, the more that I talk, the more that I, you know, uh, the more that I show up, the better I've gotten. The more fluent I am, the more easier it is for me to communicate with people. And this is basically like this is like therapy for me. It's helping me. Like, I feel like these are a lot of things that people don't talk about. These are a lot of things that like YouTube is fun. I feel like when I do it, it's fun, bro. I enjoy it. I'm not doing this for anything. I'm just doing it for the love of the game. And I also want to talk about the future of my channel. I think I might just post once a week or twice, but the first one is gonna be a commentary vid, and the second may be a beat or a song I'm making, because I'm also a musician as well, and I've always had this, I don't know what I'm doing, but if it sounds good or it's cool, I'ma still do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I might post my YouTube videos, oh well, my music with like gameplay in the background or something. I don't know. I really don't know yet. I don't know. I'm just gonna try, and I'm just gonna see, cause I'll have to see, cause I also have to go off of. I can't stay up till 11 in the morning because my parents, I don't want to wake them. I don't want to bother them, and yeah, I'll see. And if my audio is crappy, it's probably because I am recording through my phone. Maybe not this video. I'm not recording through my phone. I'm using my mic, but in the future, if my videos, the audio sounds bad, it's probably because I'm in my car, and I'll let you guys know. Because that's another thing. People don't understand that it doesn't matter if the audio is bad. If the audio is bad, but what you get out of the video is good, then it's still good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's polished, if it's unpolished. If you get something out of it, it's good. So for future reference, my videos will be more inspirational, more I guess I'll have more of a plan, because my earlier stuff, I just didn't have a plan. I didn't really like script anything. I didn't take my time. I just was like, I have to record a vid every single day. But I'm at my parents' crib, like I said, and I won't be able to post as much as I used to. So I'm gonna at least try to post twice a week, or if I can, I will post one commentary vid a week, and I'll drop a link down to my SoundCloud so you guys can listen to my music if you want. I'm not gonna force that onto you guys, because you can. It's up to you guys if you want to listen to it. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. So peace. I just want to let you guys know that I'm still going to be posting, just not as much as I used to. So, yeah. Peace.